What's going on, everyone? Massy here from Soul King Crew TCG. Tonight we're going to be bringing you a little bit of a team matchup. We were doing some testing. The boys kept talking down about Red Zoro, saying that it's not going to be as good as everyone thinks it is. We're not going to see it as much as we think we are. Now, I think there's going to be a lot of people playing Smoker, which if that's the case, it might make it a little tricky for Zoro. But Zoro has a pretty solid matchup against every other deck in the format. I've been testing it for a few days here, and my boy Botza here challenged me to a match. So we ended up playing one, and we slowed down the gameplay a little bit. We saw some of the comments. We've been trying to work with all the feedback that we've been getting and trying to just make videos to benefit everyone in the comment section, everyone that's subbing to the channel. Just kind of change the videos each time a little bit just to kind of find that sweet spot. This is something that we're new at, and it's something that we're going to continue to kind of progress through and get better and kind of reflect on. So any kind of criticism or any kind of comment that is feedback letting us know that's something that you would enjoy more in our videos, it's definitely something that we're going to try to do for you. So without further ado, let's dive right into the gameplay here. So I was on Red Zoro. We have Botza on Kinemon. Alright, we decided to keep the double Nami here. We are going to play one Nami down. And let's move this out of the way so we can see the hand. Deciding on what to take with the Nami here. First turn Nami with Zoro is always great. So we decided we want to try to get in with as much pressure as we can. So we'll take the Sunny Kun off the top, right? Nami is a card that can take any Straw Hat card, but can't add a Nami herself. Alright, so we see a beige and a Momo from Botza. So he's already trying to get down the early advantage. Thinking about what to do here, but we decide that we're going to start getting in for as much pressure as we can early. So swing 5, he's going to combo the 1k out. Alright, Magra gives any one red kit or any red 1-drop card plus 3k on play. So Nami's going to be a 5. We could have tested on first and made her a 6. So that's a little bit of a misplay on our part. But we're still testing with Zoro. Trying to get a little more comfortable with him. But honestly, I like showing the misplays as well, and going over that stuff, because that's just a way for everybody to learn and for us to learn as a community as well. So something we can talk about in conversation here. So we play another Nami. We're going to add the Zoro. Zoro's another card that allows us to just apply pressure over and over. Okay, he'll take down the Nami. Get a search with a Momo, and he's just going to kind of try to get a little bit of field presence here. So get the extra 1k on our characters here. Kill the Momo with Magra. It's going to be a 3k swing. 4 done left to work with. My testing, I found that with Zoro, I'm really just trying to go straight face. If anyone's familiar with Hearthstone, very similar. It feels very similar to Face Hunter or any sort of red aggro in Magic, if you played Magic. So we'll clear his board here with the Vista, popping the Ezo, drop the Sunny Kun so we can kind of try to go wide here a little bit. He has the attack. He's going to take out the Magra. He will play down his Yamato and a beige for a little block here. Alright. If you're not aware of what the Zoro leader ability does, when he has a Dawn attached to him, he gives all of your characters on board an extra 1k power. So our 3ks with 1 Dawn attached to our leader, we can attach 1 Dawn and make him a 5k and just keep swinging in there with our little low cost cards. Nami will attach 2, swinging for 5, so it's going to be Couple 5K swings. It's important to sequence, right? Because we see that he does drop the Punk Gibson before and taps our Vista. That's why also it's very important to sometimes not attach the Dawn if you're expecting something. So we see that Punk Gibson is going to give him the plus 4K and rest a 4 OS on our side. So deciding what to do here. 3 Dawn left. We do have a leader swing as well. And we're thinking about playing the Robin, but we decide here if he doesn't have any blockers, we're just going to drop the Zoro and swing in. Zoro's going to get the extra 1K from lead, and we're going to get another 2K out of his hand. We'll swing in with our leader for 6K, and we'll get another counter out of the hand. So we're pressuring very nicely here. I think Zoro, I like Zoro as a learning deck as well, even though it does have a pretty high skill cap as to where your Dawn's going, right? You have to be very smart with how you're playing your Dawn and playing your turns, because if you do lose in the advantage, you can get overwhelmed pretty easily with the deck. But I like the deck for the idea of the management of being able to play something down and swing and keep swinging and learn kind of how the combo works, or how hitting like certain numbers feels, or pressuring your opponent's hand. It's a very good deck for that because you're constantly attacking. So I highly recommend this deck. It's a very fun deck. It's very aggro. And you can make your small characters hit some huge numbers. Makino, another OP-02 card. This card's great just for the fact that you could drop her for 1 and tap her and give one of your 1-drops plus 3K. So with the Dawn on our leader, our Sunny-kun's a 7K here without attaching any Dawn. So 1-drop 7K is pretty insane. So we're thinking about what to do here. We're just going to apply some more pressure. With 1 card in his hand and the kid on field, we decide instead of giving him another card, we'll take down the field. Smarter play here in retrospect is probably putting 1 less Dawn on Zoro and playing the Robin down as well, because the 1K counter is not really going to do much for us, and she's going to give us the ability to deal with some smaller blockers if our opponent has it. So Botza's going to swing in, take down our Zoro with the kid. 8-drop kid, still pretty scary in OP-02 if you don't have the cards to deal with it, right? With 1 Dawn attached to him, if he's rested, you have to take him down before killing anything else. So he's kind of just like a little floodgate in himself. He's going to take down a couple of our cards and play down the new OP-02 Kazuki Odin, which is just the kid leader on legs, just better. Alright, we'll see the Otama. We're going to minus 2K on the kid because we have to deal with it. Now here's another play where I could have put the Dawn on Sunny, but I wanted to have Sunny for the follow-up, and you'll see what I mean in a second here. So we have to take down Kid here. We know he has 2 cards in hand, so we'll pressure, so he has to combo or block. Alright, so he's going to block, and we're just going to go big on our leader here to try to take down the kid. Because we have 5 life. He's trying to control the board and get the advantage, but we're kind of making it difficult for him with how many swings we were able to get off in the early game. So he's going to swing 5 into the Nami. We'll let it go. Can't save it anyway. Kazuki Oden has the ability to swing, and then if you tap the 3 Dawn, you can restand him. So he taps down our Sunny. But what's nice is we still have the option to swing with Otama as well. So I'm kind of hoping he didn't have the blocker here. 2 cards in hand. He's gonna go face here, and we get the Magra off the top, which is even better. Now we're gonna be able to pump this Otama up. Alright, we'll drop the Magra. Now our Otama's at 4K without any Dawn. And we're gonna try to swing in here for 8. Not having the Dawn, and then he knows we're gonna go big with the leader here since we're kind of talking. That's gonna be number 1 for us here. Gonna pass again. Decide to go first. We're gonna drop the Sunny. Seems like a decent hand again, right? We'll be able to hopefully pressure him down. That's really what we're looking to do against Kinemon, because if they can control the board early, we're kind of in a rough spot. Okiku, a very scary card. Can tap our whole deck. So something to avoid. Now, this is one of my favorite turn 1 plays to pressure decks down. If you have the turn 1 or turn 2 plays, if you have the turn 1 Sunny and the turn 2 Makino, you can make your Sunny Kun a 7K, which is going to be really hard for anybody to stop. And then you're going to attack again for another 7K with your leader. So we already have him down to 3 life on turn 2. Now we know he's going to be able to clear our board here, and that's something we're going to have to be okay with. Drops the Momo, and we see the double beige. Now we really just don't want to deal with this Okiku, so we're going to jet pistol it. Swing in 5, we know he's going to block, get one of those out of the way, drop a Sunny Kun and pass. So, deal with the board a little bit, try to get a blocker out of the way. At least we have the 1 Dawn open so we can play our Sunny Kun, but we know that in the green deck, almost everything in their deck is going to tap something down. But feeling kind of safe because he only has his attack left with beige. He didn't tap down our Sunny Kun and attack into it, so we will take the life off the leader swing, and we do see our Brook. He's going to see a Bonnie. He'll use Bonnie, add a card, and he's going to play a killer down. So he's just trying to gain as much advantage as possible. We don't want him to get another draw, so we'll Vista and pop the killer. Vista's going to pop anything that's 3K or less. Alright. We'll put the 2 Dawn on our Sunny Kun using the Brook. And we'll take a break here for a second. Brook is a really strong card in Zoro too, just because when you play him down, you're able to give anything 2 rested Dawn, so at least you're kind of playing him for free, in a sense, and then you're getting a 3K body on board to attack with, which with your leader ability and a Dawn attached to your leader, he's already a 4K. So Brook is a great card in this deck. If you need to hold him in the hand for a 2K, you can do that as well, but here we want to get as much field presence as possible. So we'll give the 2 Dawn to Sunny, make it a 5K, and then our leader ability is going to make it a 6. So we'll swing in. He's going to block. We're looking at his hand and we're thinking, well, we can't let him combo out of this and then just draw 2 cards with his Bonnie and Momo. So we'll take one of them out. Momo, just because I feel like it has a larger range of cards it can search in the Kinemon deck, so we'll leave the Bonnie up. Alright. He is going to take down our Sunny Kun with his leader ability. use his leader ability, which is going to reduce the cost of a Wano country that's three cost or higher, right? So he can make his 8-drop Odin here a 7. And now the Kinemon leader's only allowed to do that if they have 1 or less characters on the field. So Kinemon's going to drop, or Botza here is going to drop the Kinemon for 7, and then drop the new OP-02 blocker, the 1-drop blocker. And now it only becomes a blocker, the Toki, when you have a Kazuki Odin on field, which is important because it does work with having like the Yamato on field, or because some of her cards do say if she's on field that she's treated as a Kazuki Odin. So important to know when you're playing against Kinemon. Alright, only have the Radical Beam to add off Nami here. We were kind of hoping for another Zoro. Now we're thinking we really just have to pressure his hand down, pressure the board, and just keep going for leader. Try to get the block out of the way if we can. Make him use his 2Ks. He's going to use another blocker. Got a decent amount of cards out of the hand. Play the Zoro down. And we're going to get a hit there. So sitting at 4 life, we'll pass back. He's going to be able to mop up our field pretty easily here with his Odin. There it is, the 3 Dawn's going to restand. And he's going to swing in and take down 2 of our characters. He'll activate Bonnie, add a card. And we're not sitting on too much in our hand right now. And he has a pretty big hand, so we were a little worried. He plays another Bonnie. And we see he's going to pass back with 4 Dawn open. We swing with Nami into his Bonnie here, which was a risky play. But we kind of just wanted to... We knew we were going to drop Newgate here with 4 life. We felt like it was a safe place. And we kind of need him to push lethal. So we're thinking about what to do here. Do we want to swing lead or do we want to kill this Bonnie so he doesn't keep getting advantage? But we say, forget it. We're just going to swing face. We'll get some more combo out of the hand. And we could have played the Gordon down here. It probably wouldn't have been the worst idea. But we'll leave the 1 Dawn open. Just in case we need to stop 1 attack so we don't get too low on this turn. Because we're probably going to need a few turns from here to try to finish. So we'll take the 1 hit from Odin. We'll see the Nami off the life. Odin really is such a scary card because it's able to, if it gets KO'd as well, it's going to bring out an Okiku. It's able to bring out a 3 cost or less Wano country from your deck. So most of the time it's worth dealing with it if you're able to. But here he's going to drop the 8-drop kid, and now he's going to give us something else to deal with. So this is where we got a little worried. See the Zoro up the top. He's going to pass back. If you're unaware of what the kid ability is for the 8-drop, he can rest himself to play a 3 cost or less green card from your hand. So he's going to play the beige blocker, and then if he has that Dawn attached, right, you have to attack him first and get rid of him before you can attack anything else. So we'll use the 2 Dawn on Whitebeard to swing into the kid, and with his ability he can pop a 3k or less with 2 Dawn on him, so we'll kill the beige. Thinking about what to do with our Dawn, we definitely want to pressure the leader. So we'll 7k with our Zoro. Try to get another life here. And here we know we're not going to be able to finish him off, so we'll take down the Bonnie so he doesn't get extra cards. We'll play the Don. And the only ability, or only card we're able to add is Machina out of that. So, the Don's a new card from OP-02 that's really strong for Zoro and Law, that gives you the ability to add any one-drop red card from the top 5. So, giving you the ability to add Nami, Machina, Magra. So you can search a lot of different cards in your deck. Also Gordon, if you're playing the Gordon in your deck. I like Gordon as well, being that you can play him down for 1, shuffle him back, and minus something 3k. It makes Jet Pistol a lot stronger. Alright, he's going to go for some big swings here. Now we kind of need some of our characters to survive this turn. So we're counting his Dawn. We see that he has 6. We know that he can restand and attack again with his leader. So we're going to kind of force him to swing into our new gate again. Now, we use the Radical Beam, and it's important to know that Radical Beam does not give you 4k if you're at more than 2 life. So once you hit that 2 life threshold, then Radical Beam is going to give you the 4k, which would have been really nice, because then we would have been able to keep our new gate alive, and it would have made the end of this game a little easier, but still we're making our opponent have to swing into the new gate again. So he has something else he wants to play, and we're just going to combo out so we can keep our Zoro alive. Now he has 1 more attack left, so he has to kill either New Gate or Zoro, and he's going to restand and swing at New Gate again for 12, so we'll let New Gate die. He has the 3 Dawn left open. He's thinking about what to do, and he passes. So 3 Dawn open, 2, 4, 6, 8 cards in hand. We know that we need to hit him twice, and we know that Punk Gibson, when he uses it, taps one of our cards. So we want to swing with a character first, and we want to swing with our highest attack character first, because one of them is going to get tapped. So we'll activate our leader ability by putting a Dawn on him, and we're going to take a bunch of Dawn, throw it on Zoro, and go for a big swing here. 11k, so if he has the Punk Gibson, he has to combo 2 more cards to get out of it. And here, we're going to see that he needs to dump almost his whole hand to get out of that swing. He is going to tap down our Dawn, like we called with the Punk Gibson. And really what we're thinking is we kind of want to have another character on board just in case, because we know he's going to be able to almost finish us off here. So we'll do a big swing into leader. Hopefully there's no Punk Gibson trigger off the top, and now we have 2 attacks for next turn, if he doesn't have a card to tap down. So here we were talking a little bit about, he started streaming and showed me his hand, and I was looking at his grave, And he said that he had like no combo in his hand, and he kind of filled up on Yamato's and Okiku's at this point. So he does end up scooping up the match here. But it was a great game. I wanted to prove to the team that Zoro really is going to be a threat in the format, and it's going to be a deck to definitely watch out for. A lot of people are going to play this deck. A lot of people like to turn cards sideways, so definitely watch out for it. If it's something you're playing against, try to keep yourself healthy early. Get rid of the cards as fast as possible. If you can control the board, great. But make sure you're watching out for those little one drops, because they can get huge fast and they're going to make you pitch a lot of cards. So watch out for Zoro. Zoro Kinemon, great match versus Botza. We're going to be bringing a lot more content going into OP-02. We plan to, once we have our OP-02 decks completed, we're going to be able to kind of set up some webcam stuff, change up the videos a little bit too, so we can see some in-person play, which is something that we think would be very interesting for the channel, and a nice mix-up, and we can see how to play these decks in person as well. And then look forward to our video on how to download OP Sim. So that's something that we will be bringing your way. Once again, everyone, thanks for stopping by and checking out the content here at Soul King Crew TCG. Just a friendly reminder that we are setting up for our 500 sub goal giveaway. So we're about halfway to our goal. Keep pushing, keep supporting the content. We thank you so much for all the love and support. We'll catch you in the next video.